Hello everyone and welcome back to Make the Music. Today we're going to be exploring the new free plugin that came out over this past Thanksgiving weekend from Waves Audio. It's a free sort of attenuator, de-esser, smoothing plugin that's intended to be used on vocals. They gave it away for free, so if you're interested in maybe picking it up, I think it's still free and available right now. I'm going to do a quick video breaking down what this plugin has to offer and if it's worth adding to your repertoire. So I have a project pulled up here. I've got quite a few vocals. We're going to test this out on a male vocal track. It's sang fairly aggressively, so there's quite a bit of harshness going on in the vocal. So let me pull up the vocal chain. Let's throw this on here. First thing I'm going to do actually is get rid of, I have some of my own attenuation tools that I use. I'm going to take those off so we can get good comparisons here for what's going on. This is the Silk Vocal Stereo plugin from Waves. They have a live version, which is intended to be essentially really low latency, and so you could use it live. But I'm a studio mixing context, so I'm just going to continue to use the free one. So let's go to the default here, reset to default, factory default. This is what comes up when you pull up the Waves Silky Vocal. And you can actually enable some more options here, including looks like a high pass filter, makeup gain, your precision, sharp, smooth, the speed of, or the adjust the attack and release of the attenuating process, and then a mix knob here, which is good. Some DAWs don't include mix knobs. Reaper, of course, includes a mix knob on every one of their plugins. So I'm just going to hide those features for now. Let's start playing the vocal, and then let's see what adjustments maybe we can make with this plugin to help attenuate some of the harsh frequencies that we can experience when tracking really any vocal track, but particularly on an aggressive vocal.
Everybody has a price to pay, a judgment day, hear the chords.
So Silk's doing a bit there. Let me just turn it off completely.
Everybody has a price to pay, a judgment day, hear the chords.
So first thing I noticed with this vocal, especially without my own processing, is that there's some peaky frequencies in the upper mids, like 3 to 670k-ish range. I talk about this all the time, and it's really the difference between like an amateur sounding vocal that's well compressed and up front and a pro sounding vocal is attenuating those really piercing frequencies that makes the listener go, ow, that's hurting my ears. You don't want to get rid of them completely because it takes out the aggression and the pronunciation of the vocal, which is not something we want, but you want to just simply dip those down a bit without pulling top end out of the vocal, which is just going to make it sound cloudy and muffled. So let's start employing this here. This is the low control. This goes from 20 to 30. I could see this maybe being used where a vocal was recorded too close to the microphone. You're getting a lot of muffledness. This is what I'm most interested in. This is 300 to 4K. This is a great range, and then this is the high range. You can actually adjust this here, it looks like, as well, or you can turn some of these bands off. Let's just start with the mid. I'm going to leave these at 0. Let's just start with the mid and see what that's doing.
Everybody has a price to pay, a judgment day, hear the chords.
Okay, obviously that's super exaggerated. Let's go back here.
Everybody has a price to pay.
So you can see there's a lot going on, like the 1 to 2K range. That's where a lot of that nastiness can come through.
Everybody has a price to pay, a judgment day, hear the chords.
Already sounds a ton smoother, and that's why I think this is a really useful free plugin, because there are plugins out there like Soothe, for example, but those are really expensive and not necessarily accessible to your average everyday home studio enjoyer. And so I think a free vocal plugin like this is super useful. I'm definitely going to be employing this. I've been looking for a free version of the Soothe plugin for quite a while now, as I've just been not willing to pony up for the latest version.
Everybody has a price to pay, a judgment.
So this allows you to listen to the band that you're adjusting.
Everybody has a price to.
And this opens it up back to the entire range.
Everybody has a price to.
I like the mids at this spot. Let's adjust some of the highs as well.
Everybody has a price to pay, a judgment.
Yeah, it's getting rid of those really peaky sort of 4 to 10K range. I definitely like this. I definitely think this is a very solid tool. Let's mess with this precision tool. I'll go a different part of the vocal here if we're a little tired of that section.
With a sentence laid out, you die in vain. Hear your.
So you can see that smooths it out. Let's adjust the speed.
With a sentence laid out, you die in vain.
The more we went to slow, the little more natural it sounded. Let's go to an even louder, more aggressive part.
I'm in the dark, just trying to get higher.
They also have a dynamic section here, so this can be used as a de-esser as well, it appears.
I'm in the dark, just trying to get higher. Hold my feet.
Yeah, I really like what that's doing. Let's also go to, they have some presets here. Let's go through some of them. So we've got basic male vocal. Let's see what the settings are here. So this is just attenuating that 3 to 4K range, which is kind of the annoying part of the vocal.
I'm in the dark, just trying to get higher.
Yeah, it smooths out the vocal in a really pleasant way without making it sound too muffled, which is what we can run into if we abuse de-essers and multiband compressors. This is raw to pro male gain match.
I'm in the dark, just trying to get higher.
Let's go to the loudest section here. I mean, that could easily sound harsh if you didn't have the right processing on it. Let's take this off. Yeah, some frequencies there are just like, oof, no thank you. But then you throw this on. So that's just really making the vocal more bearable. Let's compare it to the processing I did.
Call me a liar, I'm in too deep.
So it's performing a similar function to the Silk vocal plugin, but it's not as targeted and is still letting some of those harsh frequencies through. So you can really mess with these presets all day. Let's go male vocal in your face here.
I'm in the dark, just trying to get higher. Hold my feet to the fire. I know it seems dark. Call me a liar. I'm in too deep.
The dynamic might be doing a little too much. I'm going to turn that off.
I'm in the dark, just trying to get higher.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really liking this plugin. It's definitely one I'm going to keep in my arsenal. I'm not the biggest fan of just downloading every free plugin you can find and adding it, but I think this one is actually well done by Waves. You can check that one out for free. I think still you can get it for free from the Waves website. I would go ahead and check it out. I went through a number of the features here. So even if you're not familiar with all the tools, or maybe you're kind of new to these styles of plugins, they have a ton of presets for you, which I think is great. Presets are great for learning plugins and then taking it to the next level. So let me think, did you check out this plugin? Do you like it? Do you think it's effective? What did you think of my demo here? You should like and subscribe to the channel to see more studio updates like this. I do reviews on plugins all the time and teach how to mix, record, and make your own music in your home studio. I thank you so much for watching. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time.